We're here. All right, I'm calling the meeting to order at, that clock is wrong, right?
Yes, 7:31.
7:31. Thank you, Melanie, and pledge of allegiance, and we have our flag over here. Can you grab it, Nicole? Bring that, yeah. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's amazing to hear that in unison instead of the
Yeah.
Zoom sound.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like
What a difference.
It's nice to be back together. Good to see everyone. All right, the adoption of the agenda. Susan, to adopt the agenda.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor? Opposed, abstentions, passes unanimously.
Pat,
Public comment.
I just have sorry. Do you have someone taking the minutes? Diane's not here.
Thank you.
You're
That's a
welcome.
good point. Carol, would you mind?
I'll do my best.
You have the Zoom to go off of
Okay, so
too.
who is first and second?
Susan
I-
and Casey.
Okay, great.
Thank you for that reminder.
Mhm.
All right, somebody had a,
Yeah, I'm just gonna say about my yard sale that I had. It turned out to be great. I raised
Oh.
$900 worth of like.
Great.
It was worth it.
Yeah,
Well, you were there,
yeah, I was there.
and yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting ready for my next one.
She's getting ready for her next one, before that one.
Yeah.
I'm filling up boxes, but I think they're going to go to the church. We'll see. All right, the minutes, Terry just informed me that she had a change to make, and since, Diane isn't here, I think we need to table the, minutes until the next meeting. So we are on to, the director's report. I put public comment before the minutes, but you'll forgive me, I hope. Director's report?
Yes, well, lots of exciting things going on at MFL. We talked about this at the last time, but since we're covering April, I wanted to share again our great program for the solar eclipse party. We had over 70 people participate the day of the event. So it was a really nice event. It was a nice collaboration with the town. Excited about that. And our Around the World series continues to grow in population. If you saw in my report, March, we had 78 people participate. In April, there was 121 people participate. So it's really starting to catch on. People are really getting excited about it. They're looking for the stamps in their passports when they come to a program, and they're kind of sad when it's a around the world program. They can't get their stamp. This month, for May, the community project is weaving. I was gonna bring it, but I forgot. It's up at the front. Because in South America, a common art craft is weaving in a lot of different countries. And so we thought, let's do a community weaving project. So everyone could just, at their leisure, go up, grab fabric out of the basket and weave and help make like this, decorative art. And it's a community project. We did a take and make this month, which was a terrarium. That went really quick. We gave really nice a container with rock and moss and soil and a succulent and little figurines, and people really enjoyed it. It was supposed to be like a little mini rainforest kind of thing. So that's exciting going on. I just wanted to note our adult program attendance from 2023 to 2024 jumped. Last year it was 65 participants. This year we had 112 participants, so we're seeing an increase in participation in our programs.
That's marvelous.
Yep. Last month we had 252 active Monroe Woodbury students use their library card from when we went into the school district. Yep.
Excellent.
Two things to note is we did have two staff members resign. One moved on to work for Microsoft, Jason Brewer. He was with here for a short time, but he got a full-time job working for Microsoft, so we wished him well. Our new person, Raul, just started today. So he's been great so far. It's day one, but he seems really enthusiastic and he has a lot of experience, so I have no doubt he'll catch on quick. We're still looking for a part-time reference clerk. I'm hoping by the end of the month we'll have that position filled. So we'll see, fingers crossed. Our annual survey, I shared a few screenshots in there for you to see some of the data that we've collected so far. So we had a total of 169 people participate in the survey. I would have liked to see more. It's still open, so we might do like maybe 1 or 2 more pushes to see if we can just get a little more data. But some exciting things to share is that 142 people said that they have used their card in the last 6 months. People shared what has been preventing them from using their card. So one of the questions was, if they said no to why they haven't used their card in the last 6 months, they would get this question that asked them, what has prevented you from using your library card and accessing digital resources? And some of the highest response was, I've been too busy, which we get. The next is I don't know how to use online resources. So some of this data we can use now to tailor some of our marketing, maybe think about some, basic 101 kind of classes to help people realize what we have available.
Also, if I can suggest and it's the merge of both of those.
Yeah.
Even if you just did 30-second clips of
Oh, yeah.
hey, did you know?
Right.
A lot of times what ends up happening is you post something or the library posts something and then we all end up sharing it on what matters.
Right. Yep.
So it just everything adds
Yeah.
traction.
Yeah.
And small, just from a trend perspective, obviously.
Yeah.
In the social media environment that
Yeah.
we're in, posters, someone's gonna scroll right by. but
No, of course, like a
small
small little clip.
videos.
Yeah.
And I think to be incorporated in the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And then send out the podcast in an email. And we can share it around.
Yeah, for sure.
I wanted to share quickly, I'm glad you brought up about Monroe Matters. There was something on there the other day on Facebook. If someone asked where they should go to get their library card.
Yeah.
I was thrilled
To see so many people.
Did you see that?
I did. I didn't respond because so many people already responded.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
didn't either, but they said you had to go to your own library and then you could use any library in the system.
Yeah.
It was impressive.
It was.
That there was such an exchange of people
Yeah.
confirming the information of how you got a library card and what you could do with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. One of the other questions we asked was how aware are you of this service? So some of the things we asked them to either answer the following ways. I am aware and I've used it before. I'm aware, but I've never used it, or I didn't know you offered this service. So I think the important piece of I'm aware, but I never used it is that at least we know that our message is getting across.
Yeah.
Even if someone doesn't need homebound today, maybe 6 months from now, they need a temporary homebound service, but now they know about it, But some of the things that we can work on is I didn't know you offered this service column. So that includes our book a librarian, which is the one-on-one support, discovery kits, 96 people didn't know about those. Monroe is fine free. 48 people didn't know. So it was like a mix. Yeah, it was like half knew, half were aware, and then some were aware, but didn't need to use, obviously they weren't late. 98 people didn't know about tutor.com and 82 people didn't know about Wednesday Tech Help. So these are things that we can continue to push and just raise that awareness. One more stat from that was times of the day. Of when people can attend programs, people still pick that 5:30 to 7 p.m. option. We did see some people interested in Zoom, so that might be something that we can look to. I know we haven't done a lot of Zoom programs. We haven't had a lot of success with Zoom, but I think it really depends on the topic and the time of day and maybe even the time of year. So there are, hi Dave. You have a
I
chair?
didn't
Oh, we
know
need a
that.
chair.
Howdy.
I'll get you cheese.
Careful, just watch the wires.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like oh, geez, you okay? Breezy, you okay? We may have lost a board member. We can't afford that. Good to see you.
The one question that we didn't ask, and I'm, remiss that we didn't, is for people to self-identify if they were an adult or if they were an adult with children. So next time around, we'll do that because that will help us a little bit in terms of planning children's programming or adult programming, vice versa. But this is still great data to use.
How about, would you like more information about this and how can we provide it to you?
Yeah, that might be another question to ask in the future for sure. We wanted to keep it short this time around because we felt like too many questions, people abandoned the
middle,
survey
yeah,
in the middle. So
Absolutely.
we
I
didn't
agree.
want to. But next time around, yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to even doing just like a 3-question survey next time where we can capture certain things like,
Well, and like
yeah,
you were saying, maybe some people would like a Zoom. Maybe some
Right.
people would like a little YouTube. clip,
yeah.
Or maybe they want something
Mhm.
emailed to them, so.
Yeah. One of the questions that we had thrown around, but we realized we can get that data somewhere else, is when someone signs up for something. Like for example, the Small Business Month series that I'm doing, anytime, at least the form that I'm using, anytime someone signs up, I get their access point. So I can see that a lot of people have been sharing it online on Facebook. So a lot of people are accessing it through Facebook. When we send out the email blast, there's a few people who signed up from the email blast. So I'm able to see some of those.
It's also written up
options.
in the photo news.
Yes. Oh, no, we made sure we put it everywhere. Thank you, Mary. We made sure we put it everywhere, so that people were aware of it, different, people. I did share 2 little screenshots of our website redesign. It's a work in progress, but, we're getting a lot closer to being finished. There's a few more pages that, needs to get finished and finalized, and pages need to get connected, but it's definitely gonna be a cleaner look, from where we are now. One thing that I didn't bring up that I wanted to share was some of our prizes for this month, for around the world. So this is one of the prizes at some point down the road, a little tote bag. Yep, canvas MFL with the swans. And then nice little mug. This is for this month with a little MFL
Oh, I like
logo
the
on.
logo.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. So it's really nice. Yeah. 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 Security.
Shows up in San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were kind of going for that. Yeah.
Where in the world?
The security camera proposals, last time we spoke, we wanted a little more information from each one. Jason, before he left, he was able to reach back out to both vendors and ask for additional information. Long story short, their cameras were similar in their abilities of zooming and pixels and etc. But the big difference was NAS's service that they provided with their warranty. You know, they did warranty not only on parts, but they also did warranty for a certain amount of time on labor. So it's still my recommendation and his recommendation before he left to still go with NAS for.
And that's the one we're gonna try and get.
I
the
think so, construction grant for it, yeah.
Yeah.
And just in that same vein of the construction grant, I did reach out to the Directors Association for lighting recommendations, and I did receive 2 or 3 names. So I will pass that along to the group so we can get some quotes and maybe schedule some consultations for them to come in. Okay. I've talked about the yard sale already. Library card sign up in April. We went to North Main and we issued 115 new library cards. Yep. And thank you to the circulation staff for their hard work getting it done.
It's mainly been Diane and Kristen.
Yes,
They've been
absolutely.
doing the lion's share.
Yep, and Joanne checking.
So, Checking.
Yes,
so
yep.
It's been the whole.
It is a
step,
lot of
but
work,
it's-
absolutely. No, they've been doing great. Yes, no, it's a great effort. We went to Pine Tree 2 weeks ago. We're gonna go to Smith Clove the first week of June, and then we're going to finishing up with Sapphire, the second week of June. And then we'll be done, we'll have all the schools, so it's exciting, yeah, yeah, so,
Cards are done, right?
yeah, the cards are done and ready to go, good, we just have to organize them, yeah, so that's
I just have
exciting,
to interject.
Yeah.
I think it's monumental.
yeah, I think so.
I really do.
Great.
Terrific
Yeah,
job.
the teachers were really appreciative. They were excited. I actually had the opportunity to meet a woman who was a part of the union association, and she's like, listen, if you ever want to get in front of the group and talk to them and share information with them, let me know. We can set something up and you can kind of share some of the
Oh,
additional
good.
resources you have to offer the teachers.
Yeah,
So
well,
so-
but you can also make the teachers aware that they can tell parents about it.
absolutely.
too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a little disappointed because they used to send out our calendar, but they stopped sending out external emails because they felt like it was overwhelming the parents' emails. So they don't do it anymore. I think they'll do print, but that's a lot of paper on our end and that's a lot of schools on our end. But we are going in, when we go to Smith Club and we go to Sapphire, we will be giving them our summer reading print calendar so that the parents know that we're doing the summer reading program. So at least they'll be able to get that information. And then North Main comes for a visit and they'll get the calendar when they come physically to the library for the tour. So we will share that. All right, got a lot of exciting things to share. If you haven't listened already, Mike and Sam did 2 episodes of Only at the Library podcast this month. One was about misconceptions of the library, and they shared some of their viewpoints on that. And then they did an interview with Joanne, who talked about the yard sale
Oh, I never missed it.
and what she does here at the library. And you know, the interview episodes are my favorite because you're giving the community the opportunity to learn about what we do at the library, what
Yeah.
everybody does, what every person's role is in, you know, in the building. So that was exciting. And then we got a lot of traction this month in the photo news. We had 2 press releases, one about the solar eclipse party with a nice picture of us with everybody there. We also did, Elizabeth did a press release about Earth Day and the Seed Library and the Garden Club. So the Garden Club starts back up. So that was a nice little push. They were, you know, they shared that, plus of the ads that we shared too. A few things to additionally mention that I didn't put in my report is next month, I'll be sharing the menu of IT services, which is all of the services that RCLS provides us. I'm still waiting for some clarification on the pricing on one thing, but long story short is the price did increase because of costs and our contributions to the IT capital funds. It's not a significant increase. It's less than $3,000 of an increase, but it is an increase. So I'm still waiting for additional information. It's less. It's like
Said 3,000
less than 3,000 of an increase
over, was it per year?
per year. Yeah,
What was this one? I'm sorry.
the IT services, yeah, our menu of IT service options. So it went up. So our
Is this through the RCLS?
yeah, our funds, our IT, our contribution to our funds, the IT capital fund went up like $1,000.
Yeah.
And then the prices of support per PC went up as
Did they
well.
speak to you already about the initiative that's coming down from the top about the illegal activity blockers?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that'll offset and
Right.
bring additional
No,
funds.
that's
which
what-
should lower the overall.
That's what Steven said to me, because I emailed him and I reached out to him to ask him, you know, why is it such a big increase? And he explained that to me. So,
So
yeah.
it should only, if my understanding is correctly, it should only increase if we opt out.
what do you mean?
So if we don't put in the blockers.
Yeah.
Then our prices increase. If we do put in the blockers, we end up being eligible for additional state funding, which should lower the amount.
That was not communicated to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's firm that up.
Yeah,
when we talk
we
about
have
it.
until June 30th to accept and sign it, and so we can get information from Steven. And then at the next board meeting, you guys can empower me to sign it.
Sure.
So I'm hoping by then I can share all the details with you. That's why I haven't shared 100% of it.
It's then next Tuesday.
All right. Yeah.
What are the blockers?
So essentially, it's like a soft, it's not,
Additional licensing. So on the Microsoft side, they have additional licensing, which we purchase into. It adds additional protection,
Okay,
whether it just be different, there's multiple levels of even email protection, there's 2 levels of email protection.
So
That's
this
not
one,
even everything else. So
this one's more specifically, geared towards preventing. No, preventing the computers from accessing illegal materials like child pornography and.
Yeah,
VCR.
yeah. But again, that's just, that's
Oh,
just another, that's
Yeah.
Yes.
versus, there's different levels within Microsoft Entra.
absolutely.
So
Yeah,
that's really what it comes down to. And what he's saying is that you opt into it,
yeah.
that there's additional,
State funding.
Cost,
yeah, funding.
yeah,
that will
No,
cover that.
funding. Oh, yeah, no, see, that information was not
So
shared with us.
there's a large, like, $300 billion
It is.
fund
Right, right,
available federally.
yeah.
That you need to meet certain qualifications in order
Right.
to tap into the money.
Okay.
Right now, there's only like 2 libraries in our network that are actually
Mm,
doing all the
doing it. Yeah,
requirements
yeah.
and tapping into
Wow.
funds potential.
They're to
Interesting.
harden our
So-
infrastructure.
Yeah, right,
So
yeah.
it's an interesting conversation because the conversation led us was, is this censorship in the sense of what we're talking about with book banning and things like that?
Mhm.
Or but it's not.
But it's
That
exactly
it's
not.
not,
And
right,
that's what we said,
yeah.
is that in no
Security.
circumstance would we ever put child pornography on the shelf because it's illegal, it's not allowed.
Yeah,
And not only that,
Censorship.
but like, let's say in the event that somebody's trying to do stuff, yeah, not nefariously, but
Right.
being lured into doing stuff on computers within the library, that Microsoft is monitoring that, and that back feeds into the FBI
right,
or other legal to
Yeah.
track whether it's, whether it's ransomware attacks or
mhm,
child pornography or anything like that, so.
yeah.
So it's an incentivization for us to harden our.
Right,
infrastructure.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, no, so none of that was shared with me when I emailed Stephen, but I can follow up with him on that. That's not a problem. Three more things. Melanie, Diane and I have been taking additional trainings as RCLS provides them for Koha, which is our integrated library system, which is the system that we use to check books in and check books out. We are migrating in August to the new system. So we've been preparing for training, and Melanie has started, getting her staff familiar with it. We'll be doing some all-day training in June. Then we'll be coming back doing some in-house training, and people will be going out to RCLS to do training as well. So we'll all be prepared for this transition. But, we've talked about this. It's fairly simple. It's not going to be a huge learning curve. It's very intuitive. So we're confident that it'll be a smooth transition. 2 more things. Okay, so the last is the FMA, the multi-factor authentication thing for our emails has not happened yet. Like I said, I couldn't get a specific date for him to commit to tell me when he's gonna switch. He just said, I'm gonna email you and let you know. So as soon as I get that email, I will let you know. So make
I
sure.
haven't asked for
Really?
yeah, I
Hmm,
have to use the app.
really? I haven't had to at all yet.
you?
No.
I've had to use it for my RCLS account, but not the trustee account.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, maybe
They don't
they,
trust you.
Thrall, you're still at Thrall, right? Thrall probably turned it on prior to us. So, or he already flipped it for Thrall, because he says he's going library by library, every day, so as fast as they can.
More steps from you.
Right.
Yeah.
Download an app and.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have it downloaded and they asked me
And you use the app and then you get in?
yeah.
Okay, wow, that's
That's good.
interesting. Okay,
It
well, so
wasn't
you're
difficult.
you're
I think
prepared.
I'm prepared, yeah, well, we'll see.
There you go.
Looks good now.
And then the last thing is that I'd like to find a date, hopefully sometime in May, to meet with the finance committee so we can go over the 2025 proposed budget. I don't know.
I think in our last meeting, you were talking about posting a food on. the
Yes,
finance
so
committee.
I found a
we
sheet,
found a sheet. It's a little outdated, so I guess we just need to confirm.
not Gary,
Yeah, the only thing is
David
Dave
hasn't picked
picked the
any
committee.
committees.
Yeah.
That's the problem, otherwise it's.
Fundraising.
Everyone's on fundraising. No, you're all on fundraising. You're all on
Can't assign
fundraising.
something to me unless I'm not.
She'll hear cooler. She got one.
So for the finance committee, I have Pat, Terry, Netta, and Susan. It used to be John, but obviously not anymore.
I think I need a new copy of that.
Yeah.
I have someone who's interested in becoming a member.
Really?
Oh, that's
So
exciting.
he is on recruitment.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so I'll email and I'll follow up with you guys to get a Zoom going or whatever.
Tie them down
Okay.
and make them.
All right. And then I think I have some comments to share. Hold on. I've got,
And he's a team player.
Following leadership.
all right.
I don't even know.
You don't even know?
I don't even know the guy, no.
How do you?
I just met him, he's a friend of a friend, and we were talking, and he's moved here for 5 years, and he came from the city, and he's engaged in the community, and I mentioned that we were looking for some volunteers, and like, the next day, he texted me and said, hey. I've been with the
That's great. Yep.
When's Diane coming back from Ireland so that she can get in touch with you?
I don't know. I don't know when she didn't say when she was coming back.
A couple of weeks.
Oh, did she? She was gone for a couple of weeks? I didn't know. Oh, okay.
You have to wait for her?
I don't know.
I don't know, she has, does anybody else?
But
have-
usually when you want to take advantage of a volunteer as soon as possible.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and but that's the thing. We didn't wait on that either when they filled out the survey and said, yes, I'm interested. We pretty much contacted them right away and then it's like nothing. We didn't hear back from
Well,
them.
you got
So that was
me.
like, I know I did get you. And John, I think.
That
No,
was
John,
our
you
one-
were.
no, John came
Yeah,
later.
right, that's true.
N- Okay, so who can he forward because we don't we have a form
committee.
that we want filled out and.
Even there's an
There should be a
application,
committee.
you have an application, don't you, that you can forward on to John?
I don't know
Dave?
that I do, but I can.
I might be able to find the application. I think I have a blank application.
What was done before, and just ask him to come in.
Well,
first
we
I have to
always,
fill out
we
an
have a
application.
procedure.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
I have a blank application. I can email it to you. You can forward it to them, okay?
Yeah.
Who's on the
Um,
nominating committee?
Well, I took
Besides-
a copy of my resume.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought I
You
threw
know,
it
this
on
is
Google.
about
There's a
her.
She's
procedure.
actually an investment bank.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a
His wife-
recommendation.
His wife knows a friend of my wife.
And how long will he be there? for?
Nakula, that is Nakula. Yeah, Nakula.
Financially competent. person?
Yeah, you, yeah, that's it.
Wait a second, we're losing it.
Yeah.
Yes, Mary.
I was just gonna suggest maybe ask them to watch one of the videos of the board meetings, so they at least have an idea.
Well, no, they'll
Or you
probably
could-
never.
We'll come and attend, you know.
Yeah,
So
whichever.
they're familiar
I
with
think
it.
it would be good. I think putting your body here is an indication of interest rather than.
Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
It's more effort.
A warrant
Yeah.
turnpike, so.
yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
Watch it, they'll get a sense of things. That's all, just to see
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
happens
what-
at the meeting.
you know, if you send me the form, then I
Okay.
will send it to him as board
Okie
president.
dokie, you got it.
And that will look a little more formal.
Official, okay, you
Yeah,
got it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I have
Professional.
a comment card from someone from the public. Excellent service and friendly staff. I enjoyed speaking with Melanie, Barbara, and Kristen. So that was nice.
Not doing.
And,
Pretty linked comments.
this month, we're
details.
doing our small business series. So today I did a program for Canva for Business. I did a pop-up studio demo on Friday. I'm gonna do one again on Wednesday, and then Thursday, I'm doing a program here, GPT for Business. So, yeah,
I should
oh,
sign up.
yeah,
I was gonna say,
also,
Doing 3.5, we're like.
I'm doing 3.5, no, I'm doing the free version, yeah.
the second.
I did the Canva, yeah, I did a Canva one for a different organization outside of the library. I went to Hudson's Ice Cream and did it. And then, I did the one today. Yeah, Canva for
Oh,
Business.
good.
It was for online, yeah, Canva for Business. I will say we did our first round of free headshots last week. But if any of you want headshots, sign up. And come and get your free you had mentioned last time that you wanted a more updated headshot.
Yes.
So it's
Little
May
details,
30th.
I've used that for my teams for work since joining that organization. I literally like lifted the picture off of our website. And used it.
Yeah.
And since then I've lost 60 pounds.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
No, she's lovely. She's local to the community. She did it for us last year. She also just did a program for us about amateur photos. It was called Pictures with Pizzazz, and she showed people how to take pictures outside in the light and blah blah blah. So it was great. No, she's really great. And then last but not least, the Children's continues to look for furniture for this little area here. It's been a really long process. Children's furniture is so expensive. I mean, you're talking about a little tiny seat like this, $4,000.
Oh
It's
my God.
insane. It's
My-
ridiculous,
What about,
outrageous.
what about, have you gone to IKEA at all?
IKEA?
Yes.
No, we need durable, like long-lasting kind of furniture.
I have IKEA stuff in my place that I bought 30 years ago.
I don't know. These chairs get a lot of wear and tear. A lot of people in it, kids
stand on them.
All
standing.
the
and-
children's stuff goes through like very rigorous lab testing.
Exactly.
I used to work in a laboratory that we did all the
Yeah.
impact testing and,
Yeah,
you know, and the paint. and
Yeah.
Substances and wear and tear.
right.
There's
We've
all that.
gone through
Moisture
a
and-
few companies who do library furniture. You know, we've done some of the regular ones, and then when we were at the high school, we loved their furniture. We thought it was great, and we asked them who they used. So we got in touch with them, and we've been working with them, but like, they're so expensive. Like, I get it, but like a little tiny seat like that, $4,000, like,
Yeah.
that's.
How about Goshen Library? They had really, nice.
I can reach
furniture.
out to her and find out who
Yeah.
she's using.
They do.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
beautiful.
I mean, listen, it needs to get done. We need new furniture,
Yeah.
so
All
it's
the
gonna,
testing certifications.
It's
gonna be what it's
come
gonna
to the
be.
point where we're gonna have to
I
bite
used to work
bullet.
at-
yeah, we're gonna need to replace some of the furniture up front soon too, so
Yeah, correct.
we're getting there.
Yeah, well, we can't get front, we can't.
Not through the
Not
state.
through the
Yeah,
state,
can't
through
go
other
through the
ways.
state.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so that's it for the director report. It was a little lengthy, but I had a lot to share.
Yeah, you did.
All
right.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo.
It's a group effort. Everyone makes the library turn.
Moving and grooving in the right
Absolutely.
direction. All right, treasurer,
All right, so the financials were financial, no.
And they look that way too.
Yeah, exactly. No, overall, as always, warrants for the month, passed with flying colors. Thank you, Mary, for all the support as always. Key takeaways for the month, expenses totaled about 90,000, so it's a lighter month for us. Usually we range from about 90,000 to 115,000 or so. So most of that is driven by payroll, of course. But we did have some other, obviously utility, payroll taxes, some couple of other little miscellaneous things, including RCLS fees. As you look down that budget line, where you're seeing us beyond where we should be from a percentage perspective into the year, so we're only 4 months into the year, we should be about, roughly 40% or so through the budget. Where you're seeing us far exceeding those is timing topics. It's insurance payments, it's annual fees or quarterly fees, or whatever it might be. So everything is right on par, and we continue to reap the benefit of our high interest income, bringing in about $5,400 this past month.
wow.
That's awesome.
Yep, so far.
Buy
year to
one
date-
desk.
year to date, in the last
Yeah.
few months, we brought in 16,000 on the interest.
Yes,
great.
one
Well,
interest is
there-
really good.
there's money for furniture.
Definitely.
I bet that's a source for money for furniture.
Hmm.
Would be better if we could get a grant though.
Yeah.
What are we getting? from?
High yield, CDs.
Oh,
Yeah, we
so-
just, I just spoke to
And
Chip.
our money market.
And
Yeah,
money
and their money
That's
market,
big,
Well,
yes.
money market's doing well, yeah.
And not
Yeah.
only is it doing well, but you have to remember that we got our funding from, the taxpayer support back in February.
Mhm.
So we had like a lump sum of 1.8 million or whatever the number was, 1.4. That had come, 1.46 that had come in and was sitting there in the money market,
Yeah.
getting all that interest every last week.
Great, that's terrific. Okay, so do we need to have a motion to pass
Yes,
the?
is there any questions? No, any other, okay, yeah, so there's no other, I was just gonna say any other topics on the balance sheet, but there's no other questions. I make a motion to accept the
Second.
April financial as presented.
Right, all those in favor? No opposition, no abstentions? It's passed unanimously.
Thank you, thank you. Other than that, Dina reached out and said that they would be, I think, kicking off the audit soon. I think
I
already,
didn't get anything. I saw her at the yard sale. She said she'd be reaching out, but I didn't get an email from her.
okay, she did ask me if it was okay for her to file the tax extension. I said,
Mm.
absolutely. So they should be reaching out to start coordination soon.
We need a quote from them. They haven't given us a quote of what their fee will be for this year.
Oh,
So maybe they're still working on that.
back on that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Who's that we need a quote from?
From Lorelei at the account.
Oh, okay, I
No.
didn't hear what you,
Yeah,
okay.
it's an excellent point. I didn't realize we had received it.
No, she didn't give us one for this. No. Mm-mm.
I will follow up with an email.
sense of the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was just thinking, because she's talking about filing the tax extension for the 23 year, which was included in the last quote, so
Yep.
you're absolutely right. If they haven't proposed a
Mhm.
24 annual review
Yeah,
proposal,
right.
then they need to present it, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, we're ready to move along?
I am.
Okay, nominating. Dave gave us the good news that he has a candidate, which is great. So we'll try to get on that before Diane comes back. Building and grounds, Susan?
Well, I mean, we'd already talked a little bit about like the lighting and stuff like
Mhm.
that, and then the email went out about the meeting. Like, and what we talked about in that, so
Yeah.
other than those things, I think we could.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we're going to try, I have to rethink this now. We had the Zoom meeting for the, construction grant. And we said we were going to go for the security system,
Mhm.
for the adaptive technology,
Mhm.
and for the lighting.
Yep.
And we figured that those are three good shots.
With the furniture, with the children's furniture.
Can't do
No.
furniture on its own. It has to be in
Part of
conjunction with the
construction.
construction project.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what Terry had suggested. do,
Yeah,
Like a
separate kind
it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, let's say
center.
we redid our meeting room,
Yeah,
then we would be able to ask for,
I mean, if we redid the lighting in the children's area, could we lump it in as an overall design change?
I
I don't
don't
think
know. We'd
so.
have to ask Stephen about that one.
Yes.
I used to be an accountant, now I'm in finance. Now 1 + 1 = 2. It's what do you want it to equal? I'm gonna make-
And you're still the
This year,
financial advisor and the treasurer?
Correct.
I have to rethink this.
Well, apparently we've got a new finance guy coming in.
Yeah, not me.
For nomination.
Anyway, okay,
Funny.
so, we know the three things that we want to go for. We should have a good chance of getting them. We have to get that information in by June 12th.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're just
So-
waiting on the quotes, I think.
Yeah, I'm willing to work on it. Ned is willing to work on it.
Mhm.
I've done one before,
Mhm.
so I'm familiar with the format.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would say the easiest one that, for us to be able to get into right away is the adaptive technology.
Assistive technology.
System, whatever you
Yeah.
call it, yeah.
Mhm.
But we could get that off and get it off of our heads, have that finished, and then work on the other two.
Mhm. Okay, yeah, yeah, I think the first step would be to finalize the technologies that we're looking for, how
Right.
many of them. I sent over
Yeah.
that list of the list that we had put together last time. And then I sent some links of what other libraries have to offer and what they've been, what's been popular for them. So I think step one in that narrative is finalizing what exactly assistive technologies we're gonna go
Right.
with. So,
What and how many?
exactly, yeah.
And then we should be able to write that up, and it
Yeah.
shouldn't be that difficult.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
Well, does any of the assistive technology go in the children's section?
it could, yeah. We haven't talked about like placement, no.
Well, I think, because while you were talking about it, I think that
Okay, I'm okay.
we're already we have space issues.
Right,
Because we don't have
right.
enough space.
Yeah,
So one of the things that we have to address is where we can't put it all in the children's section because we
Right.
don't want adults in the children's section.
right.
And maybe it needs to be portable,
Mm-hmm.
but that's an important consideration,
Yeah.
placement.
Well, yeah, so I think some of it will be portable, so some of the things that were on that list were the portable screen readers, where you
Mhm.
can you had a book and it's just literally like this size. And it magnifies it, and the pens where like, have you ever seen like the leapfrog books with the kids where it, like they put it across it
Actually
and it
have.
and it reads the word.
Yeah.
That's another thing that when I met with the director from assistive technology at the school district, she had recommended. So there were some portable devices, but there were also the ones where like there were the screen readers, like where you put it under and it magnifies it. So I think the majority of it would be portable, whereas
Well,
some
but
of it
that
won't.
could be on a cart.
Yeah,
Again, it's me just being that creative accounting drum.
yeah,
But if you're going down that road
Yeah.
of looking at assistive technologies
mm-hmm,
for children as well,
right,
you might be able to roll in something having to do with sensory
mm-hmm,
into the furniture aspect.
hmm,
So just throwing it out there, that might
Yeah.
be, you know, like, there's certain kind of chairs that. kids can
Yeah.
sit on
Oh, I
that
know,
help with
yeah.
Sensory issues.
Oh, yeah, we saw
That
them at
might
the school when we
be
went last week.
The furniture topic for the.
I don't think it would replace that. I think there's
I'm
like, no,
I'm
I
not
know,
speaking
you're being super
specifically.
creative. No, I totally get that. Yeah, no, there were some chairs that we saw at the last NYLA and at the school last week where like there were like chairs that had no legs on it and the kids
Mhm.
could sit on them. Where they can kind of
Yeah.
swivel and
Yeah,
spin and
yeah.
fidget. Yeah, that would be something that could be permanent fixture out there, but it's definitely something we've considered for in here. So, yeah,
More
So,
so
food for thought.
Yeah. Exactly,
I gotcha.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just trying
yeah.
to figure out how we can
Mhm.
accomplish multiple things, even if
Yeah.
it's something that hangs on the wall, but because
Yeah.
we're gonna hang it on the wall, we need to get new furniture that will fit in the
Right.
space
Hmm.
to accommodate the adjustment.
Yeah.
From an
Um,
infrastructure perspective.
Something I just happened to encounter when I went to a concert last week was, a young girl with, sensory issues, and she had special headphones that she could hear the music.
Mhm.
But I think, it provided filtering, and I'm wondering if that's also something that, if people with sensory issues are gonna be listening to like a video,
Mhm.
something educational on the screen, that would be,
Yeah. Okay, yeah,
All
no,
possible.
yeah, all possible. Like I said, I put a few examples of what other libraries are using and like have available for assistive technology that
I
might be a
apologize, I
pool.
have to go more through. what
Yeah,
you
that's
said.
okay. That might be a pool to go off of, as a jumping off point.
Yeah, you sent us the list,
I did.
but the next step is to determine how much of each, or whether we
Correct.
need one big thing
Yeah.
or several small things and.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and any information that we have about, this community and how much of a, what we can say about what the percentage or people that we're aware of, how many people we're aware of that come into the library that might be, or you had mentioned the senior center.
Yeah,
So anything that we can add into the narrative would be
Mhm.
important.
yeah,
And I
Okay.
know that might be hard to get.
might be,
Do you
yeah.
think that would be something worth putting in the survey?
About assistive technology.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
we
yeah,
already
right
did the
away.
survey already though, so it's kind of like, I mean, we could do something quick, like through our email blast, like, the library's looking to purchase XYZ. Would you be interested, blah, 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 maybe
Yeah.
something like that, see who responds,
Yeah,
you know?
even if
Yeah.
it's two people, it's something
Mhm.
that.
I could reach back out to my contact at the school district and see if
Yeah.
she can give me any data on students who are using some of those.
The state
Cool.
publishes, data for the different school districts.
Yeah.
It's a couple of years old, but you can see online right here, they've got like the percentage of students or the number of students who are like classified as disabilities, the different types of disabilities they have and things like that.
Yeah.
So even if the school can't get it, it's
It's,
public.
yeah. What's the name of that report?
This is the. I'll send it to you.
Okay, yeah, just send it to me.
School district 2021 enrollment and classification rate.
Yeah, just send it,
Send the link.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a look at that.
Me too.
Yep.
I'm thinking with the schools closed over the summer,
Mm-hmm,
there may be kids. that
yeah.
Would be very beneficial to have access to that
Mhm.
kind of
Yeah,
uh,
sure.
services.
It's just dawning on me, and it's also something that we don't I think historically have ever done.
Hmm.
But even as we go to do certain projects like this that may have like more of a PR tag to it, like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
doing something that's gonna benefit
Right,
our
yeah, yeah.
subset regardless,
Mhm.
we might want to think about doing targeted fundraiser activities, just
Yeah.
even as email blasts like that, be like,
Mhm.
hey, we have a specific project, who wants
Mhm.
to get involved?
Right,
You know, I don't think it's something we've ever historically,
yeah, yeah.
from a funding perspective.
Yeah, but we've talked about that with the friends,
Yes.
right? And,
Because
what
I'm just
money
thinking about it
was
as
being
an
raised was going to go for a specific thing, like furniture, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't it
yeah.
for the book sale?
Mm-hmm, yeah,
So that's not something we haven't tried. We can do. it
yeah,
again.
yeah,
Right, but even if we don't do it through the channel of the friends, like, and I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
If we do it from a targeted perspective this way, it also helps us frame the conversation around the referendum that we go through for increasing our budgets.
Mm.
Because then rather than trying to say, hey, we have to increase our budget to also incorporate these things that we want to accomplish, we can say these are our would like to have list versus our, I don't know, it's just another,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know.
Another way to frame it, right?
Because sometimes you have people who are like, they hear, oh, my taxes are going up and they don't want anything to do with it, but they
Mhm.
hear, oh, the library's raising for this one thing, I'll get involved.
It's
Yeah.
really
I think it makes a
important.
big difference,
It
because
does.
when I was back in Cornwall, I mean, our friends, you know, they raised money, they had a book sale in the attic. But once we went for a new building, it kind of rallied more people, and they had they had a purpose to do.
It's a capital
Mm.
campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think,
Yeah.
I think something like that would be really, really great.
Mhm.
But
It
we
would
just
be,
think,
yeah.
I'll just send in my $10
Yeah.
every year, that's,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
which was great, but. I think if people think they have a reason to do it.
yeah,
A
Because it also
focus
shows
of
them
the
what the
giving.
money is
Yeah.
going to.
Right.
They know that their money is tied to a
a
specific
specific
thing.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And that even happened with me, like recently I had donated to my temple and I had said, I don't want to just give you the money, like, I know it benefits everybody, but I don't want to just give it to you, I want it to go to this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
NYU sends out budget, the donation requests, they have a checklist of where you can.
Yes,
Nice.
so does my
Yeah.
college.
We have patrons who do that. We have one patron who donates, but it's specifically for teen books. We have one patron sometimes who's donated specifically for biographies. So we
Yeah.
have some people do that for sure.
Restricted funds.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's even something, if we wanted to extend it, if we said, we're having a fundraiser, these are the different categories if you would like to contribute
Yeah.
Mhm.
in those specific ways. And your
Not just
donation.
give me
will-
money, it's
It's
give me money for this.
For XYZ,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
More
yeah.
large print books.
yeah, yeah,
Teenage,
yeah.
new DVD, something like that.
Right,
I mean,
right,
that's something to.
I didn't mean to
think
derail
about,
the
'cause
conversation.
That's okay.
Just something-
No,
No,
yeah, 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 yeah,
it's not-
I think this is. good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Buildings and grounds.
So I think when it
Striking
comes
out
to,
something.
when it comes to the construction grant, I think we need to, tighten up what we're looking to go for, have specifics, because
Oh, yeah.
yes, because
Definitely, not
the
just-
application opens June either 10th or 12th, they're not 100% sure yet. And then we have the mandatory workshop on the 14th, right? I think it's the 14th, June 14th.
Yeah.
And then we have until August, I think, 2nd to submit it to RCLS.
Okay, that's a good chunk of time. That's
Yeah,
not
so
too
we
bad.
have some time to put it together.
Do they let you
yes,
get
it's the
into it
14th.
beforehand so you can look at it?
Well, the 14th, the 12th, June
12th.
12th, the
Okay,
application
so-
opens. So
Okay.
June 12th, we'll have access to the entire application.
So if we can get as much of
Yeah,
the specifics down
Yeah.
beforehand,
hmm
then we should be able to go in and just put it in there.
correct,
The
yeah.
show is a big thing, but we've
Yeah.
gone through that before, that historic.
There are gonna be some processes where you guys are gonna have to vote on it in a meeting, so in a board meeting. So we're gonna have to make sure that we get those on the agenda, those motions correct. Because it has to be submitted when we submit
Okay.
everything to RCLS, so
All right,
we'll just
we're on it.
be
We'll
aware of
on it.
those.
I
Yep.
think
No
Shippo is
summer
resolved.
vacations.
Says the woman who.
Yeah.
That's 5 months.
5 months in
Five
Florida.
Sorry,
Pat,
5 months.
Pat, I think the last grant we went to, or construction grant, the Shippo was resolved. And I believe there might be paperwork that says, going forward, this paperwork is good.
Yeah, there should be
Okay.
something,
Yeah, all the
because
work
once you
was done.
establish it
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah.
a historically
It was a
significant
process, but
building,
it got done.
you shouldn't have to do it every
No.
time you
Yeah.
submit a grant.
Yeah,
So there should be some history there.
yeah.
Yes.
All right, moving right along. Well, we were all set to move right along with the indemnity statement, but, Netta found that it is not the complete statement.
No,
Look at it,
it's the
Susan,
same one we
and you have the
discussed in
same issue.
January.
Okay.
So you're gonna check through emails and see if there was something that was missed, but
Correct.
this is, and since, John, after you check,
Mhm.
since John was gonna follow up and he's not with us anymore, if you wanna give me the contact information, I
Mhm.
can occasionally be tactful.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
you got it. You got it.
So,
All right, yeah, I mean, that
tabling
was,
it?
yeah, we have to table it. 'cause I-
Table.
Yeah.
All right, I thought we were gonna put that one to bed tonight, but
Oh, I was excited and I haven't been,
I was thinking
Getting
of
the
you.
message.
I said, she's gonna be so thrilled that I got on top of that and got it out there. Not.
and I was,
Mhm.
until I wasn't.
Yeah. Too bad you didn't read it sooner.
You know, I'm not getting my notifications that I'm getting email in,
And they.
Outlook. It's just like, I get
You
that.
don't get me either, huh?
I think it's all
I,
our miss.
sometimes, yeah, and that doesn't make any sense that it's not consistent. That,
Were you having trouble also?
No, I'm still getting emails to my Hotmail account. And that's why I missed our
Dave?
meeting call we were doing the grounds thing.
Yeah.
And I was following through the other one. And then there was like discussion of trying to find a date.
Yeah.
And then I didn't hear anything. And then next, you know, an email came up from you
Oh.
that it was already passed. I'm like, what happened? And
Well, we were
I saw that
ignoring you, believe it.
I'm like, well, I
you
just,
know what the problem is, that once you put in an email address, it keeps coming up. And you see the beginning of it and you assume that's it. I mean, we all that's one of the downfalls.
Yeah.
You know what it is also? It's on a thread.
Yeah.
And instead of showing up at the top of the thread, it's at the bottom of the thread.
I think you can
You can
choose
change
I think
that.
that's a choice.
You can?
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah,
a
that's a
setting.
setting.
You were having trouble. Are you doing better?
I'm doing better, but I'm
the
not
top.
getting, unless I open the Outlook program,
Right.
I don't know if there's an email. I'd
Oh,
like to
there's
have a
nothing.
notification sent to me, but
so the meeting minutes you sent out is a file format that's not supported on many mobile devices from the applications. You sent out an ODF file format, which is not a Word document.
right.
So it's not, I couldn't open it up on my mobile devices, so I had to download it and save it to my local machine and then be able
It
to
has
open
to
up
be
in Word.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
It has to be a
Oh, it
VLC.
depends on your phone. And no, I'm getting it on my phone.
Mm.
I haven't had a problem. I have it on Outlook, I have it on or on the phone, I have it on the iPad, and I got it on the desktop.
Mm.
ODF is not, it's an open standard, but it's not a supported standard, so it's not
Open source.
across the board. Well,
Gotcha.
and I have Outlook, and I have, of course, like probably at least 17 Microsoft different applications on here, because that's what I do. And it still did not automatically open up into
Oh,
It's Outlook, which you would think, I mean, to
Yeah.
Word, which you think it would, because I'm opening up
You
from
couldn't
Outlook.
Open it as a .txt.
I mean, I have
Mm.
10
You
different.
can't open it without signing in.
What's that?
Not an open, couldn't open it as a .txt either?
A TXT, it's not TXT, it's an ODF format, which is an open document format, which
Mm.
tells me, did you actually edit that in Word?
Choose a
Or
copy. and
some
paste.
other, or something else, like Google Docs, or
What?
did you create that document? And who did the meeting?
Oh,
The
you mean
meeting minutes or the agenda, you mean?
That came out in the email.
I think you meant the agenda. 'Cause I think
The
the
agenda,
agenda.
I
was
did
the
it,
one-
I copied it, I did it in Word, and then I took the file, accessed the file through Outlook.
Mm.
Yeah, but did you do cut and paste? Because when you cut and paste, you pick up all the
No.
stuff.
Mm.
It wouldn't pick up the
No.
file format.
Hmm.
So, but
Oh, yeah.
if you, it doesn't pick up the file format.
Hmm.
But what you could do is, if you don't have your office, you don't change your default setting. It may default to ODF. You may have to default it to DOCF.
Oh, that's
Or
beyond my,
PDF.
my pay grade. I wasn't sure what you're
Okay,
talking about.
so I will
You'll have it.
follow up with you about bylaw statement.
Okay.
Should I throw some more?
I don't know what this is. So it doesn't about
Workshop.
when you.
Board workshop.
Mhm.
It needs to be, because that outreach program is really difficult.
So in other words, when I send out the agenda, I have to do it in a different way than I've been doing it. Is that what you're saying?
Just if it was
You know what?
fine. The other
My-
two
my-
are fine.
My suggestion would be save it as a PDF, because
Yeah, PDF is-
that is universal. for
Oh.
Yeah.
everybody.
She can't edit a PDF.
No, but she can, you can
So
save it.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, when
Yeah.
you're sending it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
When you go to send it, save it as PDF, or what you can do, is you can say share. In Outlook, you say share, and then it's gonna say, how do you wanna share it? You wanna share it as an email, it'll tell you what kind of format you wanna share it as.
Okay,
So,
all right, I will try that.
Where we at?
Maybe I'll try sending everybody a message and seeing whether it comes through.
Okay,
Well,
Um,
if you
This
do
is
this,
just a test.
yeah.
if you, sometimes to convert it to a PDF document, you just tell it to print and print
You
as a
can say print.
PDF and you save it.
Yeah.
and-
but if you just say share in Outlook, I
All
mean,
right.
in
I'll try
in
that.
Word, it'll give you the same format as a
okay,
PDF. So.
all right.
Let me just see if I can do it.
Do we need to have somebody look at, if Nicole is having problems getting hers and Dave's having problems?
Are you still having problems with your email? No, you're fine.
No.
She's fine.
I just think that,
So what was the problem? I thought you said you had a problem.
No, the only thing I said was that it wasn't the two-factor working thing working.
Oh, the author, yeah, authentication, okay.
All right, we'll take a look at it.
Do that.
Oh,
All
Yeah,
right,
okay.
okay,
All right, everybody's good on Outlook.
yeah,
We can
We're
move
good.
forward.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, that was, bylaws, finance. You guys are gonna be
Meeting to be. scheduled.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Fundraising,
you had an idea, right?
I did. I put it out there.
Oh, did you?
We already covered.
okay, all right, grants.
We
Now
covered
that-
that. We talked about.
Yeah, we did
it.
talk about it.
Yeah, but Diane's not here, she's chair of grants, but, Terry, you were talking about
I'm
a
on the-
source for grants.
I'm on the committee, so I'd be willing to write a letter and put together something to Schoolfest for children's furniture.
That would be great.
I think so, but I need a list of what
Yeah.
we want and.
We
how much
have a
it's gonna
list.
be.
Yeah, we have a list.
And then I can do the letter,
All right.
and I'll. when
Okay.
I-
Oh, that would be terrific.
Melissa's out until Wednesday, so I can finalize things with her on Wednesday, and then I
Okay.
should be able to send you over some specifics.
Good,
Okay.
That would be great if we jumped right on that at least,
I can do
you
that.
know, because they've said they have money and they're.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I've reached out to his office before on personal matters. They
Mhm.
are so responsible.
They are.
They really do.
I Really, I want to write to him about the paving of 17 is.
There are some things that just no one
part
can
of it,
fix.
Right,
All of it.
right, yeah, well, they only did that little part.
All the way up to Goshen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how about just like right here in our village here? It's all like a rumble strip.
I've been hearing that that was gonna be paved for a couple of years.
Ah,
I will say the entrance way off
That's a lot.
of
Right.
Museum Village,
Right.
and they fixed that beautifully.
All
They
right,
really
let's,
did.
Yeah.
time on task.
Move on.
Mary,
Question about grants, did Millennium Tavern?
He never reached out to me. I saw the
No.
email connecting, but
Okay.
he never reached out to schedule
Okay.
anything.
So
Okay.
I'll follow up.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
all right, so library operating. Nothing.
That's Carol.
I
Carol.
don't think we have a report. I think I need to ask you what next policy we
this?
need to focus on.
Oh.
Yeah, we have,
Library operating.
we have, I'm sorry, just one second.
Sure.
We have a
Who's in
few, that we have some suggested updates that need to be, revised. So I'll forward those suggestions
Oh, that
to
would be
you.
great.
So that they can get finalized. And you know what we've been doing at our all staff meetings every month is we've been reviewing our policies every
Oh,
month.
that's great.
And one thing that we noticed is we just recently went through our internet policy. And I was looking at it and I was like, this looks so outdated. I remember we worked on it. You worked on it, operating committee worked on it. It never got approved at a board meeting. So that work is already done. It just needs to get voted
Probably
on.
needs to be a little massage.
Maybe, but I think what happened was
tweeted
is
it
it
out.
never, it just never made it here because I went back and looked at the email thread.
Good to
So
know.
that's one that definitely needs to get changed. And then we had some recommendations for some smaller policies, like our
Okay,
tutoring
great.
policy and our meeting room policy that, I'll forward those to you.
Okay.
Of course, the library operating, and I think it fell under old business last time, but have we gotten the union contract signed?
So he actually just came over with the signature pages.
Oh,
So I have them for you guys to sign. So
Did they sign them?
they did, they're signed, yeah.
Right, awesome.
Okay, so before we leave tonight.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
I have 'em.
I'll get that done.
Done.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yay.
Glad to
Okay.
hear it.
so
Yep.
it's, we have it, but we have to sign it or we have to review it?
No, they just have to sign it.
Okay.
To sign it.
Susan, Pat, and Casey have to sign.
All right,
Awesome.
now you're on, Councilman Kula.
Long range planning. I don't have anything new. I was just wondering if some of the assistive technology that you were putting into the construction grant is what was included in the long range plan.
Yes,
There's a lot of
it's a
overlap
part of
there.
that, yeah, so that'll get checked. As we've worked on it. One of the things that we put in the long range plan was to have a list together and price it and get, and attempt to get grants for it. We never made the promise that we're gonna have it
Right.
by then, so we're still ahead of it, so
Yeah.
that's good. The next time the managers meet, we will be going over, where we kind of stand at in the long range plan process on our end of what the things that we kind of,
What is that?
we meet every Monday, at 2:30. So we'll probably,
Most people-
we meet every Monday at 2:30. So we'll focus on the long range plan stuff because if you remember in our long range plan spreadsheet, we have 2024 as like a benchmark. By 2024, we want to have X
Right.
completed.
Yeah.
So that we know like, okay, we're halfway to our 2026 goal. So, we're working through those things. Some things need work, but, a lot of the things have already gotten started on the staff's end. Board stuff, obviously you guys need to review that at some point, but
Absolutely.
the staff stuff
And
is
see
getting
where
done.
We are on that.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you'll do that?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
great,
the meeting.
because it's so easy to lose track of it, like Terry and I were having that ad hoc committee and then
Yeah,
that kind of fizzled and.
when I was at a
We
director,
actually got a lot of architects to come.
we did, yes, in the
that
beginning, it was great.
That was our.
It
That
was,
was ours.
that was
okay.
the goal, yeah.
That was board.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
board related.
Sure.
When I met with at the last directors panel, someone was talking about how their board committees have standing meetings blocked every month.
Yeah, we're
He said
supposed to.
most times they don't meet if they don't have anything to share, but they have it that's like that time is like blocked out.
Then we have like, like it's literally.
Good idea.
Exactly, so that they know.
And it could even be Zoom.
It could be Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
an excellent idea.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they said, he said 9 out of 10 it gets canceled, but we know that time is already
Set aside,
set
yeah.
aside.
Structure.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah,
And then some things is like, sometimes we meet for 20 minutes, sometimes we meet for an hour.
Yeah.
It just depends on what's
But
going on
keep-
in that committee.
keeps you connected.
Keeps you,
as a
that's what he
committee-
said,
as
keeps
a
them
committee.
connected.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
I'll have to figure out how we can kind of do that.
Mhm.
Zoom would be the best way.
Yeah,
'Cause then it's not an inconvenience.
yeah.
Especially for a short time.
Mhm.
Okay, we're down to public relations. Am
There's
I
enough.
correct or did I skip something?
No, I think that's it. I'm up. So I called a friends meeting and one person came.
Oh,
I sent from the survey that I sent out to everybody, and then I also sent the board survey out and only 2 people responded. So I think my conclusion is timing is not good for a friends group right now. I don't think we're gonna get the support from the community. And I think the board is in the middle of too much stuff right now with grants and stuff like that. So I think we should, I'll just postpone it until maybe the fall, I'll try.
You certainly have worked very hard on it.
Well,
Yeah,
thank
Terry,
you, but
you've done as much as you possibly.
Yeah.
could.
yeah, I just think it's a timing thing.
Mm,
You know, we're all very busy and we're getting busier,
mhm.
what I see
Mhm.
tonight. And I think also, Susan made a good point when she came to that meeting. The community is, not stepping up, other than to occasionally volunteer, rather than take on a leadership role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the other thing that I'd like to say is that the staff is doing such an incredible job
Mhm.
with programming, and Amanda too with programming, and you know, it's almost like they're doing what a lot of friends groups would normally do. So
Mhm.
maybe we don't need a friends group.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know, but I'll try again in the fall, maybe.
Okay.
Well,
Mm.
Careful on the phrasing, we absolutely need one, because it shouldn't fall on them,
I
but point taken,
I don't
it doesn't necessarily fit in.
think we necessarily need a friends group right now, yeah,
Mm.
because
Yeah.
people aren't stepping up, so.
No, I think,
Just
I think,
because people aren't stepping up doesn't mean there isn't a need, it just means that we don't have someone to fill it.
yeah.
Like, I'm understaffed at my job, it doesn't mean that we don't need people, it's that there's no one to do the work.
Point taken.
The thing is, when it comes to volunteering, is people's idea of what they're gonna volunteer to do at the library is, oh, I'm gonna reshelve the books,
Yeah.
or I'm gonna check them in, right? And we have staff for that, you know, so we're very particular in taking adult volunteers, because we don't have a lot of things for them to do, you know?
Mhm.
But I do think one thing that Terry and I talked about is that when the board is ready with a fundraising idea, you can reach out to the community and ask them to join your fundraising committee
Yeah.
for a short time period.
Mhm.
So, you know, that might be something.
Then we could
Right.
enlist the friends again.
Exactly.
Time box.
And,
Right.
oh, you didn't send me did we get any responses from your survey of people that wanted to be included?
Yeah,
Yeah,
mhm,
I
I'll
forgot
send that
that.
to you.
'Cause
Yeah.
that- I mean, just to rehash that, I don't think there's any requirement that someone be a trustee in order to be a committee member.
No, you're allowed to do that. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea
Yeah.
being that if you've got people with expertise
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
community, you can use them.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
again, if nobody wants to be committed to X, they can still
Yeah.
get involved on a consistent basis in another process.
Yeah.
We can go in through the back door.
There you go.
Or that creativity.
Yep.
So that's it.
Okay. So we don't have any special committee reports. What about professional development? Has anybody had any courses? We've got to keep
I
on
have
this.
one, I don't know if I gave you this before or not,
Hmm.
but I took I don't think this counts towards the 2 hours.
No, it does not. No,
The
this is the
sexual
sexual harassment training does
harassment.
not count.
Does the grants thing count?
I don't know. I'll have to look on the calendar
I
to
don't
see if
think
it
so.
does.
It's a workshop, I don't think it will.
Mm.
I think it's
Mm.
mandatory.
It's
so-
if it, well,
It
not,
is mandatory.
yeah,
It's not
so,
mandatory
no, for
trustees.
trustees though, no. And I looked on the calendar specifically to add anything. RCLS isn't offering anything upcoming because they're so focused on the Cohom migration. I think they're kind of backing off a little bit of offering the trustee training, so you'll have to
I
look.
was looking at some of the Mid-Hudson
Yeah.
offerings, is that okay?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Still niche again.
The
Niche
Niche Academy
Academy.
trustee ones, though,
Trustee.
the trustee
Stuff
training,
you're right.
yes. Mhm.
I
That
took
before.
2 courses.
In 23 or 24.
Well, did them in Florida, so it had to be this year.
All right. I
One-
should be able to see it, so I can go on to Niche Academy and look.
No, one was sustainable
I'll have to look.
libraries. They had a thing.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
should count, right?
Should, yeah, I'll go back in and look, and then if not, I can always reach out to
received
RCLS.
anything to say that I did it. No, they just like to say that they're gonna let.
Yeah, they
okay.
do. They're supposed to send me a spreadsheet. I
Okay.
can reach out to Anita and ask.
Usually they send you a certificate.
Like a certificate, yeah.
Because they haven't done
Sometimes-
anything. Yeah.
I think what
Well,
happens
listen,
with
you can pray with me.
with Niche, I think you have to select the button like I'd like to receive the
Yeah, but
certificate, blah, blah,
with
blah.
the,
But they
the-
should be
with
able to.
Jerry and Rebecca's show, they
Yeah.
all send you a certificate.
Uh-huh, yeah, yeah. All right.
The other one I did was something about, I think it was cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I did the two that you did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
Are you
I'll follow
talking
up
about
with
the
our
kill
CLS and get a
chain?
head count.
Yeah,
Kill
yeah,
chain.
where he really got into stuff and then that poor lady was like, I don't know how to use a computer. And
Just put it in the back
yeah, that was really
box
hard.
and put it back in the closet because you're too
Yeah.
stupid to own one.
No, it was so nice. He's like, I'll work with you one
Like,
on
what
one.
training was this?
Yeah, right.
Sounds like something my husband went for. I'm still trying to teach him. He's like, my computer won't turn on. I said, you know, there's a button on it.
There was a great,
I know, I don't know why I'm laughing, Netta.
there was a great Amy Schumer skit called Mom Technology Intervention. She has to go to therapy with her mother over trying to explain to her mother how to send an email.
That's great.
And she's like, well, how do I turn the machine on? She goes, Mom, you know how to turn it on. You sent me an email yesterday. She goes, well, yesterday I knew, but today I forget it.
That is so true. And we encounter that all the time when Mike and I go to the senior center and do tech help. They come and they say, kids get so frustrated with me because I've asked them 5 times how to do this. I don't want to ask them again. Can you show me how to do this or that? And they're so grateful because,
They
you know,
actually should be asking their grandchildren, not their kids.
that's true.
My
That's
tech
true.
advice is always find a 9-year-old.
Yeah. Mike went over, I think it was in April, yeah, because I was away. Mike went over in April and he did like a tech thing for them. And he did, you know, on top of our one-on-one, he did like things, how the library can help you. And there was a lot of people there who didn't know about the services that we had to offer. So it was a real great refresher. We'll be back there in June doing another like one-on-one tech help. So it's been a really
That's
great
another great
relationship.
connection.
Yeah, well, no, we've been seeing a lot of people from the senior center come on over and
Yeah.
asking for Mike and some of the programs that he
Never
does.
comfortable because they
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
That's
Super.
super.
And I remind my students that with older people, like the grandparents, it's not that they're not tech savvy, they're actually unbelievably tech savvy. It's that
Yeah.
by the time you're like 75 or 80 years old, or even 60, you have been through so many technologies.
Oh, yeah.
That, yeah, it's gonna
That's
take
true.
you a minute maybe to learn yet
But it's
another one.
A new
Yeah.
not
So,
just
yeah.
that,
That's
but
a really
we
good
were,
point.
we were raised
The velocity
being
of
told
that
not to
technology.
touch things.
Right.
Not-
Yeah.
Not to
Not
push
just-
buttons.
Yeah, they went
You're
through
right.
push on
It's
carrots.
very
Right.
The
deeply.
square wheel, I mean.
You know?
True.
No, it's
But the
very.
telephone to the phone on your watch, I mean, the velocity of that
Let alone-
technology is so dramatic.
Let alone just the telephone's written
Wait a
velocity.
minute.
I don't have
it.
The internet. I mean,
In the
you-
eighties,
Draw the
I
line.
was working
Don't
with
need that much
data
connection
point
to
computers that had a phone modem.
Yeah.
And when we
You put the
went,
phone
but we went to
on the
San
modem.
Francisco, and the building was so old that the phone company tech couldn't find the phone line
You
Oh,
guys are
gosh.
going, like,
before you were born.
no, I'm saying, think about like, there was Pong. And now
Yeah.
there's VR with ocular
Yeah.
tracking and.
I remember when I had my first electronic calculator. I had a manual
By the
one.
way,
They're
when I
abacus.
couldn't.
No, it was a big machine that
But
would
he-
chunk the-
And he wondered if the library could use it.
Weeks, I could check my bank.
Yeah.
For my father's 90th
Not a lot of
birthday,
memory, I guess, but
the,
I don't know if you can use it or
invitation
not.
I'll
read
find out. Thank you.
something like from mules on the Erie towpath to computers. Because he was born in 1912. Yeah, we've seen a lot of changes. But anyway,
Okay.
it's that time. I know you're all disappointed, but we need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, who seconds? Dave seconds. All those in favor?
Yeah.
Unanimous. Carol, are you in? Okay. Thank you very